What's good with it in the hood with it? Welcome back to the Collective Clips. Are you ready for part two? I am too. Let's get to the intro. Whoppin'. Welcome back to the channel. And if you haven't already hit that like and subscribe button, make sure you go ahead and do that. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directed in the direction of the dope content that the gun stays kicking. Fuck, I'm out of breath, right? That shit was crazy. I'm very humbled if you do that, man. And thank you so much for all your support. Whoopin'! Got to hit the Welga on them, right? Even though they're like, fuck you, stop hitting the Welga. Macha, see, I'm coming fucking in HD. You know what I'm saying? Hey, whopping Welga bird. Look, we're going to get into Super Norteno part 2. If you watched the other one or if you haven't, go ahead and watch that one before you watch this one and come right back, right? Double back on it because we're talking about the Northern Pepe. Can I get 20 bolas? Whatever happened to 10? I'm from up north. Everything costs more, right? Hey, the homeboy JJ Salas from Salinas, right? That was the homie. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. I had to sock him up, and we're gonna get to that in a few minutes. But he was the homie. So if you guys recall in the last episode, right? Ricky tore his ass up, right? Ricky had enough. Enough was enough. When Ricky calls you a J Cat, that means you're a category J Cat, right? And so the last thing I remember is throwing that motherfucker out on the street. He was gone. So now let's fast forward to a couple years later. A couple years later, I'm back as a Washingtonian, right? I'm doing my thing. I was actually staying right outside of Yakima, Washington at the time. I was an active gang member, so I was still in the mix. So it wasn't no one tripping like that. I was running around though, right? I was having a good time. I hooked up with this chick. Man, I used to call her the bamboozler. She had big old boozies, right? I used to call her the bamboozler. I remember I met her brother first, and he was like, hey, bro, you got to meet my canala. You got to meet my canala. And I was like, what kind of dude wants to hook a degenerate ass fucking rough ass motherfucker like me up with his sister, right? Whopping. Where's she at, right? So I ain't gonna lie. I seen her. I used to call her very sexy. The bamboozler. First night I met her, I knew I was in love, right? With everything that I seen. Hey, as soon as she started talking, I was like, fuck it though. I'm already here. So we had a what do you call it? A fling. We had a wild ass fling and everything was good. So at that time I was running around with her. Man, she had a Plymouth. What is that? The old school, the Plymouth, whatever the fuck it was. The PT Cruiser. She had the PT Cruiser, right? So we were cruising around, we're PTing it, cruising. She was momming it while I was cruising it. And I remember we used to always go pick her brother up, and I used to be like, hey, give me my mom. He's in the back seat. She's like, that's nasty. That's nasty. I said, be a daredevil, though. She's like, fuck it, I'm down, right? Her brother's like, hey, what are you guys doing? And I was like, I just wanted to see if she was down for it. He's like, that's wild, bro. Pick me up my old lady so I can get 1-2 back here. So as we're cruising around doing our thing, I see somebody, right? And I recognize him from the side. I was like, that can't be JJ. The fuck is he doing up here? We left him in California, right? I thought I got rid of him. No way. And he turns around and I see the 14. He's so old now, the 14 is sagging. The 14 used to be on the back of his head. Now it's like behind his ears. He's old school, right? His fucking whip is still whipped out. It's all gray and shit. And I'm like, JJ, right? And at first he don't look. And I could see him like twitch, but like he's scared to turn because he's like, thinks someone's going to shoot him or something. I'm like, JJ, what's up, carnal? And he turns around and he's like, oh, what's up, bro? Hey, fuck, hey, give me some money. Pull over, right? So I pull over. He's with this white chick. You know those homeless dudes that are with them white chicks that are, they ain't got no teeth, no shoes, titties are down to their fucking belly button, just bad, right? 3 bikes, you know what I'm saying? Hey, the homeboy's got a bike on his back, plus a bike he's pushing. They got a pit bull with a rope, right? I'm like, oh, hell nah, bro, right? Hey, they're dropping fentanyl pills all over the place. He's like, what's up, bro? Hey, damn, bro, I'm happy I see you, man. How you doing? I said, shit, get your head up, girl. A lot better than you, right? He was like, hey, give me my old lady a ride. I'm like, bro, I ain't letting you and that dog and all kinds of people in her car. He's like, oh, bro, don't do me like that, man. Hey, look, we'll chain the dog up right here. I'm like, you don't even got a chain. It's a rope. We'll rope him up. Just give me a ride, bro. I said, what do you need? I need to go. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I need to go to the Connect's house. I said, nah, you need to go to a bathhouse, motherfucker, and take a shower. Oh, bro, plug me in. You know where? You know a spot? I said, no spot that's gonna allow you inside of it, right? You can go hit a gas station, bird bath it, homie. You know how we used to get down in the pen. He was like, oh, fool, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know, hey, right? So I say, hey, look, I can give you a ride real quick. Leave your old lady here with the pit bull. She looks real pit bullish. You know, she looks like the pit bull did something wild to her last night. I'm just gonna be honest, right? He's like, well, fuck it, scoot over. He tells fucking, hey, he's over there demanding and dictating the program already. Scoot over, eh? Right? He tells the little homie in the back, I thought we were going to pick my old lady up. I said, we did. Ponle, there you go. Right? He's like, what's up? Let me take my teeth out. What are you talking about? I say, hey, you want a mamon in the back seat? Go ahead, JJ. I don't get down like that. Popped him back in. He's like, hey, take me around the corner over here, eh? Right? So he's like, hey, what happened to your tia and your crazy ass cousin, man? Hey, look, I forgot about that, homes. We're going to have to double that back, homie. We're going to have to take that fade. I said, look, bro, you're in no condition to even say the word fade at this moment. In fact, let me take you to a barbershop and get the rest of that Mongolian faded up off your head because you are struggling, homie. You're out here making us look bad in the streets. He's like, hey, bro, let me borrow like $50. I said, here, I shot him a hundo, right? Like they're for the good times. He said, are you going to take me back, eh? I said, nah, I'm going to drop you up right here at the Circle K. Fuck you. So I left him. I was like, hey, I get at you. He's like, I'll be in this area, Holmes. I'll be in this area. I said, yeah, not me. I pull off. So it's about a year later. And my tia calls me, right? Hey, fuck face. What are you doing out there? I bet you, does it smell like shit out there? I said, no, it smells like shit where you're at. Don't fucking disrespect. We were thinking about maybe all going to Disneyland. You want to go? I said, nah, I'm cool. I've been there a couple times. I'm good with Disneyland. All of a sudden, I'm too good to go to. You're scared. You're fucking scared of Southern California. You're scared because those vatos in Orange County will do something horrible to you. Ricky's going. He's not scared. Whooping my mama. I got my Southsider killer kit. Right? I'm like, let me talk to that fool. So I'm like, so let's go over there and fuck some shit up. I said, no, I'm cool, bro. That's Orange County. They'll fuck around and kill you over there. That's what I'm talking about. Right? I'm like, nah, no can do. So my dad's, well, at least come visit. Stop acting like a fucking punk. Come visit. So I was like, hey, maybe next month I'll go. Let me know how you guys' trip went. So it's a couple weeks later. My dad's like, we decided not to go. Your cousin, yeah, he pitched up in the very end. I had these two pieces that fight over me. They were both going to pay for everything. Yeah, I was going to have one in the front seat and one in the back seat. And I was just going to switch like this. I was going to do the switch, but fuck it. We didn't go. So I was like, all right. She was like, you should come up here, though, mijo. Just come. I could get one of them to pay for your ticket. I said, serio? Like, you're really going to get one to pay for my ticket? Because you never done that before. My whole life. I barely got a pair of socks for you for Christmas once. For reals? Don't get too happy, bitch. You know what I'm saying? When the money runs out, you're getting ran out, right? And I'm not getting ran in. I promise that. So she did. She actually got me a ticket. I was like, fuck, right? I flew out of Seattle. Boom. I get there, and I'm like, fuck, I didn't hook up a ride. So I had to call one of my homeboys from the neighborhood, old school, that still fucks with me, even though I was not active at the time, right? And I had moved on to non-activities at this point, right? So he picks me up. He's like, hey, bro, fucking, you got a duck and shit. I want any of the homies to see you. Like, if you don't stop, your scary ass motherfucker, right? So he drops me off at my tia's, and I'm like, damn, this is the first time I've really been here where I can't get away. See, usually when they start acting dumb and shit, like, I'm gone, right? Can't get away. So I'm stuck there with no car. And I tell Rick, hey, call one of your homeboys, the weird ones that come around, man. The one with the fucking Punches Pilot haircut or whatever. Tell him to come so we can cruise his whip. He had his homeboy. Remember I told you he was the Edgar before Edgars were Edgars, right? He had a clean ass Honda Accord, like every time, and he was like a soca. So I used to jump in, like bounce, right? You know, say he'd be riding the passengers, hanging out the passenger side of his own ride, trying to holla at a G, right? As I'm cruising around, him and Ricky's in the back, like, whooping, we should just go cruise to Madera. Yeah, because sometimes there's Southsiders from Tulare County that come. I'm like, no, there's not, bro. And anyways, if there is, you're not gonna jump out. I'll jump out, I promise. Right now, no, we're not gonna do that, bro. We're gonna just kick it. So we're cruising around, man, doing our thing. We're in Modesto. We're in Turlock. Shout out Turlock Water Liquors. If you're ever in the area, go out there. Support my boy Lolly. Tell him Gunner and Dub sent you. Whoa. Right? So we're cruising around the area. And we get to where, like, there's nothing to do. Because in the valley, ain't really shit to do. At night, you can go kick it. You can go to Fat Cats or Maloney's or the Palladium in Modesto and all that at that time. But there was really, and I couldn't be frequenting those areas because they'll probably kill me. So I'm like, hey, we should go to the Bay. That's always the answer. Frisco. Let's go to the city or let's go to the town. Like, let's go to the Bay, because even though we didn't get off the car and go nowhere, like, it still was cool cruising around. There was different chicks, just different style, right? Ricky liked to go there. He had this infatuation with the Castro district. He thought, well, look at him. Look at him. I don't know what he is. Is he a Southsider? Like, nah, bro. That dude's looks like someone that would shoot Charlie Kirk. I don't know who the fuck that is, right? So I'm like, fuck it, let's go to the Bay and just have a good time. So the homie's like, let's go. So as we're cruising, the way I always take to the Bay, right? I either go through Tracy. If I'm on the 99, I'll cut through Tracy and boom to Frisco, right? Or I cruise the back way, man, through Gilas, and then I go through Salas, Conza, all that, right? You go through Casa de Fruta, all that to get to the Bay. It takes a little while longer, but it's a cool little drive, right? So we headed that way. So when we're pulling to this little town called Gonzales, it's right by Salinas, right? I remember picking up a homeboy shorty from Casitas there when he got out of Y, and I hadn't seen it in a minute. So I was like, let's cruise through there way undercover because there's a gang of Nortenos right there that get with the activities. Let's just cruise through it. Ricky's like, what? But I love Salinas. I fucking love it, right? This is where my stepdad was from. I said, he wasn't your stepdad. He wasn't your stepdad. He was someone that your mom introduced into your life for a minute, and we had to remove him from said life, right? What about the homeboy JJ? Funny he says that because when you speak of the devil, what happens? The devil appears, right? As we're cruising, there's a little store right there. There's a few little youngsters, right? I'm like, fuck it, man, I need to get a Pepsi. So I parked the car. Little youngsters are on me. Hey, where you from, homie? I'm like, Merced. They're like, oh, that's right, homie, that's right. And as we're walking, I hear someone say, hey, oh, you don't know anyone anymore. And I turn around and there's a nice ride. It's like a Cutlass Supreme. Cool, right? Little McLean's on it and shit. I mean, it's cool. It's nothing that will be in the Lowrider magazine, but it's there, right? And I see that motherfucking is JJ, and he looks totally revived. Like his teeth grew back. I don't know how teeth grow back, but they grew back. You couldn't pop them out no more. He had pop ins instead of pop outs, right? So I see him, right? His hair's fucking faded up. You can still see the 14. I think he got what it's called a head lift because they lifted it. It's like a little higher than it was. When he was on that vent, his shit was behind his ears. When they lifted it, he got air maxed. You know what I mean? His shit was air maxed up. And I see him, I'm like, fucking JJ, what's up? And Ricky sees him. Ricky's like, what, Ben? You remember me? JJ's, hey, Ricky's still on fucking fight after fucking a few years mode. Like, straight up, he remembers. It's funny, though. He can't remember his middle name half the time, but he can remember if you're a Southsider or if he wants to fight you all the time. Motherfucker can't remember that we drank all the milk, and he'll pour a whole bowl of cornflakes, and then there's no milk, and he'll just eat them like that, right? But he sure can remember, man. If you fucking ever played a Southsider song in his presence, he'll remember that one time you played that song, I might expose you, right? He knows. So he's like, what's up, whooping? I was like, calm down, it's the homie. I'm like, what's up, bro? How you doing? He's like, hey, let me give you that little 100 I owe you, eh? And I was like, serio? I didn't even ask him for it. This is cool because I'm almost out of gas. Like, hey, and then the fucking Ricky's homeboy, Tell It to My Heart, the Backstreet Boy, the Edgar, he's right there fucking chopping it up with the youngsters, all in his mode, in his element. You know what I'm saying? I used to wonder about him. Like, why do you like youngsters so much? He used to be like, no, because they're cool, man. They're cool dudes. Like, yeah, get out of here. Get the fuck away from me, weirdo. And so as I'm talking to JJ, he's like, yeah, bro, so how's it been, man? It's been a long. He's like, yeah, I got an old lady. Remember that white chick I was with? Yeah. She almost bit my dick off. But yeah, I got rid of her. And I met a chick, Holmes, and I ain't gonna lie, she saved my life. I gave my life to the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And to the Norte. I got re-Christianized back into the Norte light. I said, what do you mean? Yeah, I fuck with it again like that heavy, Holmes. But even more so, I go to church. I go to a victory outreach on Sundays, and I go to the homeboy's house for juntas on Saturdays. You know what I mean? So I balance. I got balance, eh? I said, Ricky's like, whooping, can I go to the junta? I got balance too, look. Right? He's like, hey, you know, I always wondered about you, Rick. I always wanted to apologize for the disrespect, Holmes. You know what I mean? Hey, you guys want to go to my pad? We can barbecue. You know, I live right here in Salinas, Holmes. And I was like, yeah, fuck it, let's go. He looked way better. It was fresh to death. His fucking beard even had a fade. Like, it was a big old mustache with the beard, but it was faded. I was like, damn, this motherfucker's clean. He's looking better than me. What happened? Whopping, right? How can someone that was in the gutter with a chained up pit bull, a roped off pit bull, go from that to this? Wow, this woman must be amazing. Well, all 677 pounds of her bedridden self was amazing. Because when I walked in that house, I smelled it smelled like beef stew, sour beef stew. If you guys know what that smells like, it smells like, I just farted. That's what it smells like. It smells like beef stew, right? You know, especially when you got diabetes, that shit smells different because all the medications. But anyways, as I walk in this house, I see beef stew. And she's right there, and she's like, hey, she's in a fucking big-ass bed, like a California king in the living room. Okay, that's when you know it's ghetto. They got roaches. They got the rats, the roaches. Some of the shiesty approaches, norteños, buenos noches, right? They got all that. And I walk in, and she's in a fucking bed in the living room. He's like, hey, babe, I love you, right? And he goes to kiss her. I fucking love you, eh? Right? He's holding on to her. Hey, look, bro, she can balance. She can balance. And she's like, hey, excuse me, the way I look right now, I haven't took a shower yet. I'm like, you ain't took a shower ever. What's up, though, right? And he's like, she changed my life. I dedicated my whole life to the North End, to her. I said, which is first? Come on, come on, it's common sense. You already know, right? So I'm telling you, this is the Northern Pepe for reals, right? Pepe would, hey, they met later on. Maybe part 3 tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe. Anyways, right? So as we're kicking it, this dude's like, yeah, man, I've been faithful. I'm faithful in the Lord. I'm faithful in the Huelga, and I'm also faithful
with her. I mean, we haven't had sex in a long time. I don't want to put your business out there. Is it okay?
She's like, no, it's okay. Because I'm sick and I haven't been able to do it like I used to. He's like, yeah, you. I said, well, you met her? She was like that or what? He's like, no, she said, no, she was about 100 pounds less. I said, what does that mean? Yeah, how does that change? Nothing against her, man. Hey, she's a good woman. She's a good woman, but she's more than a woman. You're all she needs, right? She was getting her motherfucking whoever sings that song on, and the Shaka Khan on, and Shaka Khan, come on, got my baby, right? And so I'm like, oh no. As we're kicking back, hey, the homie's queuing it up. He's got hamburger. I only got hamburgers and weenies. She's like, I love weenie. He was like, yeah, yeah, sometimes too much. And I'm like, damn, bro, first she saved your life. He's like, hey, look around you, bro. I got a nice bed. It's a 1-bedroom. You know what I'm saying? I get the bedroom. She gets the living room. It all works out for the benefit of all of us, right? Plus, the homeboys always come over here. He's like, kick his spine where I keep all the guns. Look, I'm like, oh, fuck. It was. So we're kicking back. And Ricky's like, whooping. Your lady keeps looking at me weird. He's like, hey, don't disrespect me, Rick. Like, hey, I apologized already, but I can unapologize, if you know what I mean. And this time, hey, homie, my mind is right. See, I haven't done drugs for like, say, I'm 7 days sober, homie, just so everybody knows. You already know me, little homie. I'm like, yeah, that's like, I've never seen that before. He's like, other than that time when we were locked up, but you remember I was on my lead, I was scratching and shit. Remember when I came to your cell door with the broom and it was shaking? I said, yeah, I remember. Looked like you were giving a hand job to a big black guy. He was like, yeah, remember? It was a big old bed. Remember it was black too? That's right. Hey, it was. It did look like I was giving one a hand job. I said, yeah, exactly how it looked. That's how I pictured it, right? So as we're kicking back, Ricky's just looking around and Ricky's like, and I see Ricky get quiet. When he gets quiet, that's problems. There's issues there, right? So Ricky's like, whooping, you got to apologize again. And that dude's like, no, hey, this is my pad, homie. Don't disrespect my old lady and my pad. And Ricky's like, whooping, I don't give a fuck about your old lady. And JJ said, oh, is that right? Well, how about we go over here by the garage, homie? I was like, you guys have a garage? It looks like a shed. Well, we call it a garage, eh? You know what I mean? It doesn't fit a car, but it fits an old fucking laundry. What was that, babe? We got from the laundromat? A coin machine. I got an old coin machine in there. I haven't been able to break into it to see if it has coins, but fuck, Holmes. So as we go around there, Ricky's like, whooping, I don't want to fight. I'm going to kill you. And I was like, Ricky, relax, bro. Give the homie, said, enough, fuck this dude. This dude was hanging around with Southsiders. And I said, what? What had happened was, this wasn't his first time seeing Ricky. He had came back all drugged out to my tia's house with a couple of Southsider dudes that he had met, right? And Ricky had to get off where he was mad at. And I'm going to tell you guys that story. It got real tricky, right? I was locked up doing a violation at that time, so I didn't know about this. I found out later. So Ricky's still feeling some type of way, if not so even more. So JJ's like, nah, bro, it ain't like that, man. I fucking apologize, Holmes. You know what I mean? I wasn't in my right mind, Holmes. I was on crack cocaine. You know what I'm saying? Damn, that shit sounds good right now. Right? And I'm like, yeah, bro. Ricky's like, you came, they almost shot Tia. And I was like, oh, man. So before this dude could say anything, he's like, hey, look, man, you guys are going to have to jam, bro. Give me back my weenie, too. You guys are going to have to jam if you can't keep it respectful. I was like, JJ, come on, bro. You know me and you go way back. I brought you into this shit, motherfucker. I'll take you out. Or Ricky will, right? Again. And so he's talking to me and he's like, let me talk to you close, bro, so you can understand. I'm like, God damn. Hey, everything else came back, but your breath stood. Your breath stood on fentanyl mode, right? So what's up? He's like, hey, look, you're going to have to take your little primo and get the fuck on, eh? Because I'm trying to work this sandwich out of money, right? You know what I'm saying? And now the real JJ's coming out and his eyes are getting all crazy. And you know what I'm saying? She even got my tattoo hit over, homie. So that's why it's vibrant. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get vibrant. That's it. So what we're gonna do right now is you and your little primo are gonna get the fuck up out of here. I'm gonna hit you up, babe. You can double back. We can work some shit. This chick got feria. She gets a social security check. She gets $1,100 a month. You hear what I'm saying? Is it $1,100 a month? I'm like, 1,100? Right? He's like, 1,100. That means 900, 200. I said, but how's she gonna survive? Hopefully slowly, so she gets another check. I'm like, oh fuck. And Ricky's like, what are you talking about? He's all paranoid. And he's like, hey, if I wanted to talk to you, I'd say I'll talk to you. He didn't talk no more. He was like a Stouffer's piece of Stouffer's bread. He was just hard, crusty, and on the ground. Ricky's like, whooping, did I kill him? Hopefully. I was like, nah, you choked the dog shit out of him. Let's go. And this dude's old lady, she would always scream when she wanted shit, right? Hey, bring me a loaf of bread, right? And I could hear her. She was like, is my hamburger done? I was like, hey, it's almost done. She's like, tell my old man to bring it. I said, all right, he'll be right there. We went around the side. Jumped in the whip. I told fucking a goof troop that was with us, right? Fucking Edgar, because he was there quiet the whole time, like he wasn't even there. Hey, the homie said, "Hey, who is this fucking vato? You know what I'm saying? Who is she? Who the fuck is she, eh?" He jumped in the car. He already knew. He started that motherfucker to move over full, right? Whoa, we were out of there, man. I didn't see JJ for a long time until he popped up back in the Pacific Northwest. And I'll tell you guys about that later. Anyways, with that being said, if you guys are enjoying these stories, part 2 hit you good. I am going to have to double back because it reminded me of what happened while I was locked up. So I'll hit you with a part 3 on that one. If you guys want to hit a 1, if not, we'll just carry on to something else, man. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the support. Let's get it cracking right here. Thumbs up or thumbs down. See, Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to whooping, strive, struggle, and whooping, strive for whatever you believe in, man. It's the same shit I do. This is the gun. Bang, bang. Ricky's a fucking idiot. He's always messing things up, but in a good way. He don't lose, unless it's me.